Hi guys, it's Shamsa and welcome back to another video. Now the recipe that I'm going to share with you all today is my version of chicken cutlets. Now these are so simple and easy to make, and the best thing about this recipe is you don't need any rice, any roti, any paratha and any naan. It's served up with a really nice fresh salad and it's so simple and easy to make. So let me run through what you need and then we'll start cooking. So the ingredients you're going to need are 2 medium-sized chicken breast fillets here. I've cleaned them and washed them. Now for the breadcrumb coating, you're going to need 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil when we come round to frying the cutlets. I've got 175 grams of shop bought breadcrumbs. Now if you don't have these, you can make breadcrumbs at home. All you need is 2 large slices of white bread, which is stale. That means it's 2 to 3 days old. Trim off the edges, pop them into your food processor and blitz it, and you're going to have homemade breadcrumbs. You also need 1 medium egg and the following spices. I've got 1/4 teaspoon of salt, freshly ground black pepper and cumin here. And for the marinade, you're going to need 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. I've got half a small onion here, and I have 1 teaspoon of the following spices. I've got salt and garam masala. I've got 1/4 teaspoon of finely ground black pepper. I've got a small piece of ginger, fresh, and I've got 3 cloves of garlic, and I've got 1 tablespoon of oil, and you also need cling film and a meat masher. Sorry guys, forgot to put this in the video. This is the meat masher that I'm using. Now, if you don't have one of these, then you can use a rolling pin, or you could use a heavy saucepan to flatten the chicken breast fillets out. So let me show you how to do this. So first of all, we're going to start by preparing the marinade, and for that we're going to use our hand blender, and I'm just going to chop the onion roughly just to help it sort of like break down properly into the hand blender. And then I'm going to add in the fresh ginger and garlic straight in like that, and add the oil in, then the salt, then the garam masala and the ground black pepper as well. And we're going to blitz this now until we have a smooth paste-like consistency, and I'll show you how it looks once it's done. Okay guys, there you have it. That, if you can see that, that's all nicely blitzed up. And to this now, I'm going to add the lemon juice straight in like that and give it one final blitz, and the marinade is ready. And that's how it looks. You just want to check it for seasoning, just try a little bit. That's perfect. Doesn't need any more. I'm just going to set that aside, and I'm going to show you what you need to do with your chicken breast fillet. So to prepare the chicken fillets here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 sheets of cling film, and I'm just going to pop 1 layer onto a chopping board here like that. And then I'm going to take my chicken breast fillet on 1 piece like that, pop that straight in the middle, and then transfer over another sheet of cling film so it covers it like that, and just take that off. Oops, sorry. Take that off like that, so you have that in between 2 layers of cling film. And then I'm going to take my meat mallet, and I want to gently just bash this meat until you have an even piece, which is approximately 1 centimetre thickness. I'll show you how it looks once it's done. And that's how it looks once it's done. And I'm just going to transfer this out onto the plate, and just continue to do the same for the second chicken breast fillet as well. So you can see it's nice and flat and even. So I'm just going to lift it off and just pop that there. And I'm going to prepare the other one now. And that's how they look once they're done. Now what we're going to do to this is we're just going to add our marinade straight on top like that. On both sides, so do one side first, and make sure you coat it really nicely because you want that flavour to penetrate that meat. Okay, that's perfect. Right, once these are marinated, what we need to do is we just need to cover them with cling film, and we're going to set them aside and just let them sit for 2 hours. Now my chicken has been in the fridge, so I'm going to allow it to sit outside covered like this for 2 hours because I want it to come back to room temperature. And it's important when we actually come to fry the chicken, it needs to be at room temperature for it to evenly fry. So just set that aside and I'll see you guys back in 2 hours time. So now we're going to prepare the breadcrumb coating, and what I'm going to do is first of all just take my egg and just crack that into a bowl and just pop that to the side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a plate or a bowl that's going to be able to fit my chicken breast fillet in, and I'm just going to transfer the breadcrumbs in, and I'm going to probably do about just more than half, and then I'm going to add the spices into this. I've got that salt in there, which is 1/4 teaspoon of salt, the cumin seeds, and the coarse black pepper that we ground, and I'm just going to mix everything up, and that's just going to flavour the breadcrumbs even more. Actually probably just add a little bit more because I don't want to run out halfway through. Just give that a mix. Just move that out of the way. I've got my pan on the heat, and all I'm going to do is just take this egg that we've whisked and just pop it into a plate here, just so it helps us coat the breast fillet evenly. And then I'm going to take my cling film off the chicken that's been sat marinating for 2 hours. Just like that. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to take the chicken first of all, dip it in the egg, both sides, make sure it's nicely coated in that egg mixture that we've got. It's quite fragile actually. Just be gentle with it. And then pop that straight into the breadcrumb mixture like that. And then I'm just going to move this forward. I'm going to go in with my hands now and just cover that completely on both sides with breadcrumbs, and then we're going to fry this. So I'm going to move my camera over once I've done this, and you'll see me fry this, and I'll show you once it's done. There we are. That's nicely coated. So we're going to just press down, pick it up, flip it over, make sure we've got the breadcrumbs on all over, and that is ready to go. So let me show you how to fry that now. Right, so grab yourself a pan which is big enough to accommodate the flattened chicken breast, and that my pan's been on the heat, so it's hot to the touch, and I'm just going to add approximately 2 tablespoons of oil into this and just let it heat up. So just give that a few minutes. Okay, so now that the oil is nice and hot, I'm just going to turn my heat settings down to a medium heat setting, and I'm going to transfer the breadcrumb coated chicken fillet into that, and we're going to cook this for approximately 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Now this all depends on the thickness of your chicken breast fillet. If it's slightly thicker, then it might need a little bit more longer to cook, but I'll show you how it looks once it's done. Once it's cooked on one side, we're going to flip it over and just continue the same cooking process. Okay, so we're just going to check to see whether this side is done. Perfect, it is. It's got a slightly golden brown colour on there, so flip it over, and we're going to continue to cook it again for 2 to 3 minutes on this side as well. Okay, so we're just coming back to check on this now. I'm just going to gently pick it up and just flip it over, and that is perfectly done. All I'm going to do now is I'm just going to transfer this out and pop it to the side, and I'm going to continue with the other one. And once that's done, I'll plate it up and show you guys exactly how it looks. Right guys, my chicken cutlet is all plated up, so I'm going to try this and tell you guys exactly how it is. Now all I've served it up with is just a simple salad. You don't want to overcomplicate the flavours, and you really want to the chicken to be the main focus of the dish. So let me try this now. Ooh. Goes. That breadcrumb coating is so crunchy. The chicken is super soft and moist. The hint of the garlic and ginger is coming through ever so subtly, so it's not overpowering the chicken at all. It's absolutely perfect. Guys, such a lovely dish there. Again, you don't have to serve it with anything apart from just a fresh salad, and it's good to go. If you've enjoyed watching this video and found it useful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification to never ever miss a video just like this one. I'll be back again with another one very soon. Till then, take care and happy eating.